Hello. Can you tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. I'm your dad. I'm Ed Orkand. Let's see. I've been living in Houston now for just about 20 years. I grew up in Columbus, Georgia, but I was originally actually born in Miami, Florida. I moved to Texas actually after finishing up college, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But when I came out here, I got into the parking industry, and I've been working in the airport parking industry for years, and have done some other things in commercial real estate. But outside of work, I'm focused on you, your mom, family, sisters, nephews, and nieces. But we love to travel also, so that's a little bit about me.
Fantastic. Can you tell me some important advice on becoming successful?
That's a good question. There's a lot of things that I think go into what could be successful, but the first thing I think that's really important for everybody is to determine and decide for yourself what success means for you. That is for me, and I think is my priority is my family and relationships. Certainly career, so that I can have a good livelihood and be able to provide for the people that I care about. But it's also important to think about things like health, hobbies, which can include fitness, having fun, hanging out with friends and things like that. So, first off, we got to define success. But I think, in terms of what really makes individuals, and I think everybody can have an idea of success, but I think what makes some people more successful than others is two things that have been very, very important for me, which are, really having good integrity, being genuine, being honest, being upfront with people, and so that people trust you and want to work with you. And when you combine integrity with a really, really good work ethic, you're going to encounter people in your career and in life that might be more talented, or they're going to be talented in all different sorts of ways than you are, but you'll see time and time again that people with high integrity and a great work ethic tend to be successful, I think, both in their personal and their professional life too.
That's fantastic. I'll hopefully learn that in the future as well. What is one challenge you faced in your life or career, and how did you overcome it?
Well, I told you my little story about after I finished up college at Columbus State University. I moved out to Houston. And when I got out here, I finished up school. I was pretty much new to Houston. I lived here for a short period, but kind of moved back without a job and just a little bit of money saved up to be able to see if I could get my roots. Basically be able to get a job and be able to make it here. And if I couldn't, I was going to have to move back to Georgia and start over. So it was a big challenge because I didn't really know anybody and I didn't have a job. But I was really confident. I started applying and really going for different positions with different companies, different industries. But and I was starting to get down on myself because I applied for, dozens and dozens of jobs, and I submitted, probably a couple hundred applications. I just finished up college, and it, weighed on me. But then an opportunity came up with an airport parking company, and 20 years ago, and now I'm still with that very same company, and it's created amazing opportunities. So it was a really big challenge getting to Houston and not knowing anybody and not having connections and things like that, trying to get a job, trying to find myself, but eventually found a great career, met your mom, and have an amazing wife and everything, and have you in my life as well. So big challenge turned into a really big opportunity and a lot of happiness.
Okay, well, thank you so much for this interview.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
Love you, Dad.